We're ready? All right, so my name is Cesar Espinosa, and I'm Executive Director of FIEL. Today we are here with the Marquez family because they're going through a nightmare at the moment, a nightmare right before Christmas, a moment where we should be happy and joyful and be with family. Unfortunately, one of their daughters is missing. Today we're joined by the Marquez parents and also the sisters, which we'll introduce in a second. But more importantly, and I think most importantly, is that we want to encourage the community that if they saw something, that they need to say something. So once again, if through the community, if they saw something, they need to say something. Now we understand in the place where Sydney went missing, it's a large immigrant community. So we want to encourage everybody, regardless of their immigration status, to help this family out, to have a sense of heart, and to come forward and to call the police or contact the family directly, and we would ensure that they are protected as well in case there is any information. So once again, we want to reiterate that regardless of people's immigration status, they should come forward and help this family out so that they can be reunited with their 24-year-old daughter, Sydney. The facts of the case, what we know so far is that she went missing here in December 11th around midnight here in the greater Houston Southwest area, an area that is known for having a large immigrant population, an area that's very diverse, but it's also an area where we don't feel that a 24-year-old should be by herself. So we want to encourage everybody, whatever information that they have, that they let this family know so that this family can be reunited with their daughter Sydney. So, mi nombre es César Espinosa y soy director ejecutivo de FIEL. Hoy estamos aquí porque esta familia está teniendo una pesadilla justo antes de Navidad. Es un momento donde tenemos que estar con nuestras familias, donde tenemos que estar juntos. Un miembro de su familia está todavía desaparecida. Sydney Marquez, de 24 años, se desapareció el 11 de diciembre alrededor de la medianoche en el área aquí del Southwest Houston, y queremos exhortar a toda la comunidad que si vieron algo, que digan algo. Que sabemos que esta es una área que hay muchos inmigrantes, hay muchas personas, y queremos decirle a la comunidad que no importa su estatus migratorio, deberían de contactar. Si vieron algo, si saben algo, deben contactar a las autoridades para que esta familia pueda tener la resolución que ellos esperan, que es poder estar con su hija de una vez por todas. Es importante que la comunidad apoye, que ayude, porque hoy puede ser Sydney, mañana puede ser uno de sus hijos, y es importante que tomemos el corazón y que digamos que queremos apoyar a esta familia, y que si vimos algo, que podamos decir algo. So ahora vamos a tener el señor Marquez que va a hablar. Mr. Marquez will now speak, give you some facts about the case, and then send a message to Sydney.
Good morning. My name is Raul Marquez. I am the proud father of Sydney Marquez. And I'm begging the community, if you see my daughter, if she's endangered, please don't stay quiet. Um, she was last seen at a very diverse community where a lot of immigrants are there. They may be scared to reach out because of their immigration status. But if you see something, if you know something, please say something. I miss my daughter. She needs to come home to see her mom, her sisters. You know, Christmas is, what, a couple of days ago? I mean, I'm not even sure. I don't even know what day of the week it is. I don't know what time it is. I just know it's time to find my daughter. Shortly after this press conference, I'll be canvassing the streets, walking the streets, knocking on doors. I designed a little map where she was last seen. I traced footsteps. I'm hoping that the community will be kind enough to share video and not to hold back. I don't know if you'll be able to see something like this. but I take a lot of effort to to do a Google map the locations where she was last seen, walked a couple of miles, measured my steps per minute. So the apartment owners, store owners, business owners would be kind enough to share that video. And I did this so it wouldn't be a burden where they have to go through hours of video. I've narrowed it down to 15-minute window where they could search for me. So I just hope I don't get the pullback, because I did get pullback from a local hotel that had video, had us call the police to go over there. Police shows up, then they requested a warrant. Went back the following day. Um, they said, okay, we'll show you the video. Just have an officer over here. Officer goes, we need a warrant. My wife and I went there, 2 days ago. Uh, Requested video. Must have been a different personnel, because they were happily willing to share the video. However, the time of the reporting, when they had seen an incident, mysteriously, there was a 2-hour block out of video. So the video had been uh, deleted. Um, I go back the following day, talk to the owner of the hotel, and the story changed. So the story changed that there was never any video, that the last video shown was on December the 18th. So we went from missing 2 hours of footage to missing 3 days of footage on cameras across the board. So I'm hoping I don't get that backlash from the rest of my sources, or not sources, but leads. So, reiterating, excuse me, if you see my daughter, if she's endangered, please, please say something. I pray you will. And, forgive me on I'm not coming across clear. My mind's all over the place. It's tough, you know, being sleepless for weeks, uh, not having much of an appetite, walking. It takes a toll, and this is a Christmas that nobody should be experiencing. So if you all could please help us through this trial and tribulation, and make our Christmas a very happy Christmas. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ah, buenos días, mi nombre es Raúl Márquez y les pido la ayuda. Si han visto a mi hija, últimamente se vio en la área de Ranchester y, si no me equivoco, la Bel Air, como a las 11. Yo sé que esa es una área con mucho inmigrante y les pido por favor, si la vieron, que digan algo, no se detengan. Ustedes son papás y ustedes saben que el amor de un papá a su hija es increíble. Les suplico, por favor, si ven algo, digan algo. Gracias.
Now we have Mrs. Marquez. She'll give a few words, and she'll also make a plea to Sydney. You don't think you can? Okay. You don't want to? It's okay. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and continue then with the daughters. So they're in different parts of the country, which is why we're being joined through technical means by them. But they'll go ahead and say a few words for Sydney. And let me just adjust the audio.
If you're seeing this, you have your whole family who loves you. You have a beautiful life ahead of you. You're intelligent. You're smart. We want you back home. If anyone has Sydney, please let her go. If anyone's seen her, you could please just come forward. We just want our sister. We want our family complete. I love you.
You want to say something in Spanish?
I'll stick to English.
If you can, it's okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Who's next?
Sydney, life isn't without my big sister. We love you and we miss you. And we want to hear from you soon.
Thank you.
Sydney, it's Clarissa, love you. We're missing you. The girls are missing you. Charlie's missing you. Please, please come back home. If anyone's seen her, please step up and share. We need our sister back.
Thank you. And Charlie is Sydney's cat. So in conversations we've been having, we understand that Charlie misses Sydney a lot. Charlie es el gato de Sydney. Y en conversaciones que hemos tenido sabemos que Charlie también extraña a Sydney y todos queremos que regresen. So once again, we are going to be sending this to you. We have uploaded a folder on a Google Drive for you guys to share some pictures of Sydney that the family has allowed us to share, and we'll go ahead and upload this as soon as this is over, so that you guys can have access to this, and as well as some videos. But we are asking the community to come forward. We're asking for Houston. This family is not from Houston, so one of the reasons why we have stepped in is for them to get a Houston perspective, for them to know different areas, and for them to get insight. As you all know, FIEL has been here in the Gulfton area for the last 18 years, and so we're very familiar with the area. So when they start naming streets and stuff like that, we know exactly where they're talking about because they are from El Paso. So we want to make sure that Houston comes together, shows this family kindness, and at the end of the day, if somebody has seen something, they need to come forward. So al final del día, esto lo vamos a poner en un Google Drive con las fotos que la familia ha permitido que se compartan. Y es importante, esta familia no es de Houston, es del Paso. Pero ya que Sydney terminó aquí, queremos que Houston le demuestre la compasión y todo el respeto que es debido a esta familia, y que si alguien vio algo, que digan algo. Y de nuevo, queremos reiterar, es importantísimo que la gente sepa. Si ellos tienen información, les exhortamos a que llamen a la policía y no tengan miedo por su estatus. En un caso así, no tendrían por qué la policía preguntarle el estatus de la persona que es testigo de un crimen o de cualquier cosa. Por favor, le pedimos, le suplicamos a la comunidad que si vieron algo, que digan algo. So at this time, we also want to make a special plea to the community that if they have information, to please come forward and to let the police know. And police should not be asking for immigration status when it comes to cases like this, and we will help to protect that. If they feel more comfortable, they can also call our office or reach out to us, and we will help to facilitate those conversations with authorities. Si se sienten también más cómodos, pueden llamarnos a nuestra oficina y nosotros podemos servir como intermediario entre ustedes y la policía si tienen cualquier información. So at this time, we will go ahead and take a few questions if there's any questions for the family.
César, una pregunta, bueno, y también para la familia. ¿Existe algún temor en cuanto a que no sabemos si Sidney tenía consigo una identificación? Ya vimos que en el caso del niño Emanuel, él no tenía consigo una información y pues se pudo haber hecho.
Sí, le hemos platicado, actually, esa es una de las preguntas que tuvimos y todavía estamos buscándola en diferentes sistemas, pero supuestamente ella trae su pasaporte con ella. En la última búsqueda que hicimos ayer, como alrededor de la medianoche, no aparecía en ningún otro sistema de inmigración o de la cárcel o cualquier cosa así. So, estamos esperando, pero aunque suene raro al final del día, a lo mejor eso nos podría dar una guía por lo menos para saber que ella está sana y salva. So at this time, Sydney is alleged to have been carrying her passport. But if there's any federal agency that has custody of her, we ask her obviously to come forward. And we've seen these mistakes happen. But as of last night, after midnight, we did do a deep search for her in various systems, including the detention system here in Texas, and she doesn't appear as of yet. But at the end of the day, even though it sounds weird to say, that at least would give us reprise in knowing that she is safe and well.
Señor Raúl, sé que no son de acá del Paso, qué lástima que tengan que estar en Houston por estas razones.
Sí.
Por la misma razón, han buscado, ¿cuáles han sido los esfuerzos, no sé, hospitales, o bueno, ustedes como familia, cuáles han sido sus esfuerzos?
Pues gracias a Dios estoy bendecido porque vino mucha familia y amigos del Paso, de San Antonio, de Dallas. Y aquí estuvieron por la última semana pasando folletos a todos los shelters, a los hospitales, a negocios en la área. Pero lo que los que no sé si es, la palabra sería correcta, nos frustra mucho es que los hospitales no nos dan mucha información por razones de IPA. Nomás podemos entregar folletos y ojalá que si estuviera ahí la persona que recibió el folleto, tendría el corazón de avisarnos que sí está ahí. Por lo pronto yo tengo un MPOA, que es como una Medical Power of Attorney, que me ayuda poquito para darle derechos a mi niña si la encuentra, para darle el tratamiento que requiere, porque es muy posible que ella no esté en una condición donde pueda hacer sus decisiones. Pero aunque yo tenga ese papel o ese power of attorney, los hospitales no lo están respetando, ¿no? Es como un guardianship, un conservatorship.
Perdón, and we failed to mention that, but it's also important to know that Sydney is suffering from mental health issues. And so one of the things that when talking to the family that we believe should have been done already is there should have been a purple alert emitted for Sydney because she is in danger because she's not able to make 100% of the decisions herself. And we also want to make sure that people know this, that if they see her, they should be very cautious in approaching her, not because she's a danger or anything like that, just we don't want to scare her away. We want to make sure that she gets the help that she's needed, and at the end of the day, that she comes back to her very loving family. Una de las cosas que también hemos dicho que es importante recalcar es que Cindy está teniendo problemas de salud mental en este momento. Sabemos que, y eso es importante por dos cosas. Número uno es porque la familia cree que debe de haber ya habido una alerta, usualmente es una alerta purple, para una persona que está perdida pero tiene riesgo de estar en peligro. Número uno y número dos, también que la comunidad, por eso es tan importante que si la ven, que tenga mucho cuidado al hablar con ella, no porque ella definitivamente no es un peligro, pero no queremos espantarla y que ella vaya de nuevo a desaparecer si es encontrado. Eso también es muy importante que la comunidad sepa y es algo que la familia también quiere compartir con ustedes.
Y por último, en cuanto a mis preguntas, Sydney llegó acá de qué manera, por avión, por auto, sé que tuvo algo que ver con su auto, si nos puede verificar.
Salió del Paso en avión, supuestamente de la información que tenemos a Austin, y de Austin agarró un Greyhound aquí a Houston. El carro que ella tenía, que se quedó abandonado en la calle Bel Air, era prestado, pero lo raro es que lo dejó abandonado, prendido, con las llaves todavía.
Okay, I have two questions.
Yes, sir.
I'm Devon with Channel 11. Sorry that we're meeting under
Oh,
these
okay. Thank you, Devon.
My first question is, the night that she was reported missing, I know that there have been some reports that she was seen walking alone, her car was found running. That night, was she with friends? Was she out with friends, or did she go out separately?
She went out separately. So she took the car without permission. So she was with a friend. She told a friend, "Why don't you take a shower?" Tricked him. She probably had a manic episode. Took the keys, and drove off for 8 hours till the car was found. So she left the location about 3:30 p.m. and the car was discovered at 11. The car was abandoned at 11:30. Tow truck showed up at midnight, and that's how we were able to to veer. What frustrates me about this whole situation is I had reported the plates to law enforcement on Saturday, and the tow truck had been picked up Thursday night. So there should have been some sort of report stating that, or maybe there is, maybe there isn't, that would document that the car had been towed. If we were given that information, we could have focused on that area. As far as we knew, she got in the car, she went to Dallas, she went to San Antonio. We had no idea she was still in a 3 mile radius. So our efforts didn't take full swing till Sunday through our own research, because we went online and found out the car was towed, not through any support from the law enforcement. And I don't know, maybe there isn't some sort of a system where you could where law enforcement could type in a plate and know that the car is stolen, or if a car is towed, it's upon the car owner's responsibility to call each individual ownership. But the fact that the car was left in a public street, I think that was viable information that should have been shared right away.
And when the car was found, all of her belongings were still in the car?
Everything was still there, which makes it more odd because she's a fanatic of her makeup. She had not only did she leave her makeup at the at the location, she also had a little spare makeup bag that stayed in the vehicle as well, with $20 in there, and a phone, yes.
And then excuse me, my second question is, I know that you guys have been working hand in hand with Texas EquiSearch.
Correct.
Have you guys received any sort of leads or calls or tips that maybe she's here or there, or they've seen her? Any sort of calls have come in to assist in the search effort?
So EquiSearch is doing a phenomenal job. They were part of our team, so combined effort amongst EquiSearch's folks and our folks, we've probably had about 30 people canvassing or knocking on doors throughout the area. We do get lots of leads. They're great at obtaining footage locations. Unfortunately, we had received a tip that she was forced on a bus on 46. I don't know if you all recall that, but it got I don't want to say debunked, but discredited, because we were able to get some footage from Burger King where I got a timestamp, and Metro was kind enough to provide the footage, and it wasn't her. I had asked for that information from the HPD detective, and he had told me that Metro had no footage, that their DVR system was down. That turned out to be untrue through, I think it was the efforts of, it might have been Jillian from 11 or Joy from 2 that called Metro, and they said that they would be providing footage to HPD. Once we knew that information was uncredible, or it didn't pan out, we brought back our efforts down south, which means I wasted 2 or 3 days of going north of Harwin past Gessner towards Westheimer, Memorial and so forth, and I had no business up there. There's just a lot of dead ends, or a lot of missed steps that have been taken, where I could have used the sources I had at that time to focus on other areas.
Dos preguntas.
Mándeme.
Dijo que tiene voluntarios con EcoSearch haciendo búsqueda. ¿Hay un lugar donde gente que quiera apoyarlos a seguir buscando pueden ir y firmarse para ayudarles?
Pues por lo pronto tendría que ser through EquiSearch. Nosotros no tenemos nada formal aquí en Houston. Nosotros no tenemos, por decir, los resources o mejor aquí como aquí. Si pueden dar su información, que vengan para acá para hacer una campaña. Claro, estamos dispuestos a recibir todo el apoyo posible.
La segunda pregunta es que en un video que sale se le mira caminando normal. ¿Puede usted también alertar a la comunidad y a las agencias de la policía que aunque ella se mire normal y aunque a veces haga reset a su mente y que está bien, como quiera deben de avisarle, porque puede suceder que digan, no estoy bien.
Exacto, es muy importante porque si ven el primer video, lo ven que está caminando, está dando vueltas como que dónde estoy, qué estoy haciendo, qué está pasando, pero a 3 minutos después ya está caminando derechito. Entonces sí es muy posible que si la encuentran y le preguntan en qué condiciones estás, te va a contestar, estoy súper bien, estoy bien, no necesito nada, ¿necesitas algo? No, estoy bien. Pero en ese momento, por favor, es importante que se contacten conmigo, con la policía o alguien. Preferencia a mí, porque la policía, le hablan a la policía, van a poner un reporte, lo van a poner un papelito, va a ser un memo, y ya para ese tiempo ya es muy tarde. So, gentleman asked me if there's on one of the videos, my daughter she's walking a straight line, looks calm, cool, and collective. But 2 minutes prior to her, she's in a state of distraught, walking in circles, confused, hitting her hip. So if you do come across her and you see somebody who looks like her and she seems like she's in a sound state of mind and she refuses help, it is vital that you still call the authorities or call me personally, so we can get her the medical attention she needs. I do have a medical power of attorney over her, so that helps in a situation where, in case she's in a position where she refuses medical attention, that we could get it for her. Thank you.
2 more questions.
Yes, sir.
The first question, I know that you guys mentioned that she has had some mental health challenges in the past.
Correct.
Has she ever had any sort of history or instances like this where she's taken off and then come back, or?
She did. It was a brief one. Well, it was an attempt. She had left our home in El Paso. I was out of town in a conference, but she did something similar to this, but she only got as far as what was it, Deming, New Mexico. So we're in we're West Texas, El Paso. Let's say it's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from El Paso. I may be off by some few minutes. And the El Paso police was able to pull out I think it's called an EDO, or it's an emergency detention order. And Las Cruz, the state police in New Mexico, were able to ping her phone, because I had her on the phone for about half an hour, and we're able to ping her, and then they took her for an evaluation, and she was admitted to a hospital in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where she was there for 10 days. Went back home. She was scheduled to do outpatient therapy. And I may be wrong, but she was released on Monday, and then she took off again on Wednesday. What's very sad about this is that on Wednesday, maybe Thursday morning, I received a call. Hey, your daughter called me. Did she run away from home? It's unusual. She's calling me. I took the initiative and I called the El Paso Police Department. I called CIT, which is a crisis involvement team. I got her location. It was at a Wyndham Hotel in El Paso. CIT showed up, 2 or 3 units. They went up to her room, knocked. They talked to her. They came back downstairs, and they told me, sir, she's in a state of mind. Maybe you're over exaggerating. Maybe you have control issues. I go, no, these are not control issues. This is a young lady that needs medical attention, and
And then lastly, from me, obviously Christmas is 2 days away.
correct.
You guys don't live here in Houston. Are you guys going to stay here through the Christmas holiday?
What's
What's the rest of the week like?
Well, we're going day by day. Being that it's a holiday weekend, we
we have other family members. You know, we have daughters. We have their so we're at the very most or at the very least we have to go and share some hugs. You know, share some hugs. See a familiar face and pray and give thanks to what we have because we are grateful for what we do have. You know, I have a beautiful family, 3 beautiful granddaughters, one celebrating her birthday on the 27th. And she's from Dallas, and she made it convenient for us to go to El Paso to celebrate. You know, it takes a lot of effort to do that, and I'm torn. I'm torn because leaving Houston is like leaving my daughter. I don't want to give up. And that's why I need the support from the community.
So while the family goes, once again, we make the final plea to the community that if they saw something, that they say something. This family, once again, has to return and has other business to take care of, but they will be back. And we want to make sure that in their short absence that we step in and as community we provide whatever information we can for this family. Entonces la familia obviamente tiene que regresar, pero por eso se queda aquí la comunidad. Le pedimos a la comunidad de nuevo, le rogamos que si han visto algo, que digan algo, porque es importante que en su ausencia mantengamos un ojo para Sydney, para que ella pueda regresar a su casa. So con eso vamos a concluir. Is there anything you want to tell Sydney before we go?
Hola, Sydney, si me estás viendo, tu gatito te está esperando. No se te olvide que tiene que comer y pues toda la familia te queremos mucho, mamacita.
So we'll go ahead and before you guys leave, I will send you the link where I'll create a QR code real quick so you guys can scan and download the pictures and also download this diagram that the family has provided for us. Thank you so much for being here, and we hope that we have a good resolution for Miss Sydney Marquez. Thank you.
Thank you.